I wasn't even going to school. I was skipping school, smoking weed. So I'm saying, playing with this. I wasn't playing no sports or nothing like that. You see what I'm saying? I wasn't doing that. I was playing with this. So I'm saying.
What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode. And on this episode, on this day of completion, the 7th day of February, we're going to get into this video, this piece of content about Glokk40spaz. I ain't never heard of this young rapper right here. His name to me sound like some shit video game. I know he had to made that shit up. You know what I mean? That you ain't get named by nobody else. That shit sound like some shit you made up. It sound tight. Yeah, nah. We going to get into this video because he going viral today. Dissing the Heisman Trophy winner out of Colorado, which is, just signed like, I feel like a $5 million deal. But he's calling him a lame, though, down talking him, belittling him, saying, plays sports, he's a lame, I didn't want to mess with him. He that guy, though, right? He that guy out there in the streets, that he's that guy, right? But before we get into the video, before we start discussing it, man, make sure y'all hit this video with a like right here, man. I'm on top of this content, trying to bring y'all some fire right here, man. So hit that young like for your boy one time. And you know the program. Sub up if you ain't subbed up. But without further ado, we're going to get to the video.
So you were saying you went to school, Travis Hunter?
Yeah, I went to school with these guys. I ain't talked to that nigga, though.
So
These niggas was lying to me, you see what I'm saying? That's a real shit, nigga lying. I wasn't even going to school. I was skipping school, smoking weed. So I'm saying, playing with this. I wasn't playing no sports or nothing like that. You see what I'm saying? I wasn't doing that. I was playing with this. So I'm saying, I was playing with shit like this.
I heard you know how to hoop though.
I know how to bust. Boom, 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 boom. Watch out, don't touch me. On the mall, don't touch me. On the mall, don't touch me. On the mall, don't touch me. I know that quick shit.
Quick shit.
Go in, go out, go in, go out, go in, go out. Fact. You can't just, cause then you gonna have to pull that bitch out. Put a switch on that bitch. I got ADHD, bro.
The motherfucker look goofy as fuck, right? He look immature. He look slow, special, and in need, right? You know what I mean? On the spectrum type of shit right there. But the cold reality of this shit right here is a lot of young motherfuckers think like this. And even some old motherfuckers out there really think like this, right? Because in their mind, they really, being that tough guy, playing that character right there, doing, going against the laws and all that shit like that, like, motherfucker really feel like he can bang on his chest, right? He really feel like he made the right decision getting trapped by the trap, though, right? Getting trapped by the trap. Ain't that some shit? You got trapped by the trap. And that's why they call it a trap, you know what I mean? But that's another story. But as we see that, though, sadly to say, like when I seen it the first time and shit, I can relate to a degree, because at one point in time I kind of thought the same way. You know what I mean? And that's what led me down the path that I went down. And for all y'all that don't know, I got locked up at 20, did a 22-year sentence, did 11 and a half on it. Been home for like 10 right now. But, like I said, I didn't know who this Glokk40 rapper was, Glokk40spaz. So I had to do my due diligence. And he was born the same year that I got locked up. So it's like, like half of that duration, I remember being in this box. And another half, I've been out here in this world. And this cat done blown up, became a rapper. He took on this identity, right? He called himself Glokk40spaz because he liked a Glock 40 because it got the big barrel, and he likes to spaz out on his music, and that's kind of like how his flow and his delivery is. And, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I'm gonna save y'all a lot of time out of y'all's life, because I had to do what I call journalism on here, right? I had to listen to some of that shit, and that shit is trash, though. Like, I don't know how these motherfuckers be listening to this shit right here. This shit is trash, it's ass, but he come out that wave of 2018 SoundCloud rappers. You know what I mean? There's a genre, of motherfuckers that really like this shit somewhere out there. And in my mind, when I watch the shit and listen to the music, it's like all I can think is probably a young motherfucker somewhere dirtier than a motherfucker listening to this shit all day, playing video games with no ambition, no drive. You know what I mean? And they have no father figure, no direction. They lost, though, and I can relate to that, because at one point in time I was like that. I was lost, but at one point, praise God, he found me. You know what I mean? He found me in my worst. So I ain't gonna lie to y'all on that. But he's been giving me that light in that direction. So here I am back again. You know what I mean? But the general consensus already is flaming him, right? We see that Travis Hunter, once again, Heisman Trophy winner. Just signed a good deal right there. His people is taken care of. They secure in their future and all that shit right there. this young motherfucker on the other hand, though, right? I see that his views is up and he's kind of like, he's made a way for himself and he getting paid. You know what I mean? If somebody like that shit, hey, man, sell it to him, right? But his career is nowhere near this right here. You know, if you had to go down a road, you know, this right here looks appealing to the young motherfucker with no father figure, right? The streets, right? The streets, the feel of no rules and being able to do what you want to do when you want to do type shit, you know, because looking at the young cat, right, it looked like he probably come from a good household, you know what I mean? And I get it. You know, you want to get away from the strictness of your household, you know what I mean? My mom and my grandmother, and they were strict on me, my grandmother especially. So I can relate to being one to get away from the house and get out there where I could do whatever I want to do. But the streets is a false male bravado, right? It comes across to these young kids like we're looking at this Glokk40spaz. We look at him and see that, you know, this shit looks appealing. It's been sold to him. He's bought into this shit and he wants to be this character, right? He made himself up like a Fortnite character, right? He pulled from here, pulled from there, pulled from there, and he just put it on, right? But sometimes, you know, either it's in you, you can't put it on you. Either it's in you or it's not, though. You know what I mean? Like, and look, for me, like I get it. You know, this is being sold to him like this is you know, this is the tough guy shit right here. That shit, but you know, you ain't been around enough tough motherfuckers yet. If you still on that type of shit right there, that shows your age and your level and degree in the game, in my opinion, right there. Because believe me, there's always somebody more gangster than you. I don't care how gangster or how tough you motherfuckers really feel you is. There's always one motherfucker tougher and more gangster than you. Checkmate. Hey, this shit is straight goofy behavior, though. Straight goofy behavior. You know, I can't get jiggy with this shit, but, you know, let the world tell it. You know what I mean? Let the world box up the streets and this tough guy shit, all this shit right here. They gonna sell it to you. You know, that's the cold kicker. There's a lot of young motherfuckers out there that ain't got no guidance. They ain't got nobody around them like that. They have no direction, and they can't even admit to their own self that they ain't got no direction. You know what I mean? They pulling all their shit off the internet and they learning about the streets and gangs and all this shit, pulling it off the internet, though. That's the coldest kicker. You ain't even in them trenches. You ain't even out there like that. You ain't even moving like that. You ain't even built like that. That ain't even in your DNA. But you out there, though, and you putting yourselves in harm's way. And you know, a lot of y'all that putting yourselves out there, I seen, like Nita Boy said, a lot of y'all couldn't even afford to die right now. Y'all can't even afford to die.
Like, a lot of y'all don't even understand, bro. You can't afford to die. You don't got no money to die. Like, this shit that a lot of you niggas bragging about on the internet, bro, it don't matter. Because a lot of you niggas is on the internet begging for money anyway. You see what I'm saying? Nigga, you cannot afford to die. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you niggas talking about all that gangster shit. But if you die right now, who got to pay for your funeral? You see what I'm saying? Everybody got to understand, nigga, it costs to die. You know what I'm saying? So don't be the sucker nigga who die and leave nothing behind. Because I don't care how tough you is in this world. But if you die with nothing behind and somebody else got to, nigga, put your motherfucking dookie drawers ass in a motherfucking coffin, a new suit, get your hair cut, and create a funeral and all of this type of shit so you can look good, I swear to God, you is a bitch if you die and leave nothing behind.
We got to start waking up, though. At the end of the day, we got to start waking up our community and waking up the people around us. And you know, the way to really do that, to really combat that, in my opinion, right there, is you really gotta speak your truth. You know, if you really feel a way about something, even though the majority may not agree with it, you got to speak your truth and speak against that shit, because it's a war, right? It's an invisible war. And when you allow this shit like this, because think about for this young cat right here, Glokk40spaz, how many motherfuckers could really get him right, though? You know what I mean? Like, he's already chose his path. He understands, but he probably, once again, fatherless, had no male direction, had no real authority above him. You know what I mean? A woman tried to step into a man's shoes and was unable to fill the man's shoes that needed to be filled because the man out there going about his direction, or they can't get along, whatever the chemistry factor is when it comes to that one right there. But the kicker in real life is there's a lot of motherfucking young cats that feel like this goofy Glokk40spaz. I can't fuck with the music. I can't, you know, I'll be trying to breathe on y'all new generation on this shit right here so y'all can save y'allselves some lost life. Because when you make some of these decisions, you take big chunks out of your life that you can't ever get back. Like I said, this dude Glokk40spaz was born the same year I was incarcerated. So like, and I'm only a 10-year-old baby out here right now. I've only been back out here on my grind for 10 years now, you know what I mean? And some people, 10 years feels like a long time, but I was just in the penitentiary longer than that in a concrete world, 11 and a half compared to being out here. So, you know, here's this young cat right here who feels like he understands the world. Glokk40spaz, you understand the world between, this is how lost the world is, though. Life has a way of coming to find out if you are who you say you are. And when that acid test of life comes, a lot of you young motherfuckers ain't gonna be able to stand up to it. You're gonna get humbled real quick, and you don't even have, your mind can't even fathom. You can't even wrap your mind around the unknown that you don't know, that's gonna crash you out in the places you're gonna end up in. Because when I was watching this video, when they asked him about jail and shit like that, his whole energy changed, right? Shifted energy. His whole energy just shifted. You could feel it through the video. Like,
But really, all type of shit going to jail, that's just normal. But what I say is crazy, just that is some shit that just don't happen every day. I got pepper spray. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty crazy.
Now describe Atlanta jail to an outsider.
Don't go. Don't go if you ain't like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't go. Well, don't go to Rice Street and DeKalb and Clayco. If you don't, just don't go to jail, bro. Just don't go to jail, period, bro. That's my advice. That shit ain't nowhere to be, bro.
You got just dropped a
you know,
single on
like,
SoundCloud.
and you know, way the motherfucker standing looking sassy and all that shit like that, like something that happened to him in jail. He probably got violated in that motherfucker. I'm not trying to crack and joke on that shit, but being 100%, you know what I mean? Like reading the young motherfucker, he probably been violated in there. Motherfucker probably violated that young boy in there. Because that's what he is. He's a young boy, you know what I mean? Young kid. But looking at the young boy, he might have got violated. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully he still got his manhood. But you can see in the video how it shifted, and you see how I pay attention to shit like that. But y'all know how I feel about all that prison shit, all that jail shit. Y'all let me know, though. That's what I want to know. I want to know how y'all feel. Let me know down there in them comments below. And once again, man, hit the video with a like if you done made it this far in the thing. Come on, that's before you get up out of here. Just Blue, hit that thing one time, sub up, you know the program, and I'm at y'all on the next round.